Hola, soy Alvaro, estamos aquí con Chris de Fozzy. Vamos a hacer una pequeña entrevista. If we shall start with the interview.
Yeah.
I mean, how we will schedule it is I will first ask the questions in English and I'll just translate them directly.
Sounds good.
Fair enough. So, before starting talking about Fozzy, I mean, you, Chris, you're a huge star when it comes to wrestling. So, at which moment in your life did music surpass, like, sports?
Well, one never really surpassed the other. Jack, we're doing this right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That was Jack making sure that we were doing the interview, and we are doing the interview. So,
Yeah.
It wasn't ever a case of music surpassing wrestling. It was always, I was a huge fan of both.
Okay.
And when I was a kid, I wanted to be in a rock band and I wanted to be a wrestler. And I actually started playing in bands when I was 13. So I've always played music and always been in bands. And even when I started wrestling, I still had different bands that I was playing in. It's just that wrestling took off quicker.
Okay.
And that's kind of how that part of it started first. But then after about 10 years of wrestling, I really started focusing back on doing something in music again.
Vale, nos ha comentado que nunca el hecho del... Bueno, él se ha dedicado más al tema del wrestling, pero porque en un momento de su vida empezó... empezó con el tema, empezó antes esa parte de su carrera, pero siempre le habría gustado dedicarse a las dos. Simplemente que hace 10 años, ya estando dentro del mundo del wrestling, quiso volver a formar parte del mundo de la música y se empezó a enfocar más. Y de ahí ya es como vino Fozzy. Okay, second question. So 20 years, 7 albums. We're closing the you are closing the tour for the Judas, for the album Judas. How was this last year and after this release? How has it been?
Well, I mean, you mentioned 20 years, and we officially started in 2000, but I think 2010 is really when we started going full force with Fozzy, putting all of our efforts and making it the full-time gig. And then when Judas came out in 2017, it was, I think, the right song at the right place for the right band.
Okay.
And it just went through the roof. The week it was released, it did 1 million views on YouTube in the first week. We couldn't believe it. And then, you know, in the United States, rock radio is still very important. And Judas stayed on the charts for like 5 months and made it all the way to number 5.
Wow.
Which is not easy to do. So we always knew that we would get this big break. We just didn't know when. And Judas was the song and the album that enabled us to get to the next level and to really make a bigger impression with everybody who had never heard of us before.
All right. Vale, ha comentado que a la salida del álbum Judas simplemente pasó que fue la canción correcta, en el álbum correcto, para la banda correcta. Habían estado esperando más o menos durante unos 10 años un momento para despegar. Simplemente no sabían cuándo iba a ser. Entonces, una vez que pasó esto, pues la banda sí que despegó. Me ha comentado también que la canción Judas ha estado llegó al top 5 de una radio muy importante americana, y creo que fue la primera semana que sacaron una canción, creo que tuvo 1 millón de visitas en YouTube. O sea, un éxito increíble.
It's funny looking at your wall of respect here, and you're sitting right behind a picture of Chuck Schuldiner. You guys look very similar, so it's making me laugh. It's like you're his son.
Maybe.
You never know.
Who never knows. Okay, so Fozzy, you guys don't really come that often to Spain.
This year is our first time in Spain. This year.
This year, so yeah. I mean, last February you were here with Steel Panther, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, tell us about the feelings, audience.
It was amazing. Like I said, we had never played in Spain before, which blows my mind. But we had never played Italy, Czech Republic, Slovenia, Hungary. All of these countries we got to play for the first time. Norway on this tour. And Spain was so much fun. It was Barcelona, it was Madrid, and I think Bilbao. So to come back to this festival, which we didn't really know what part of the country we were even in, but it's very beautiful. It reminds me of California or Nevada, lots of mountains and wide open area. But we really enjoyed playing in Spain because the fans were very excited and very energetic. And certain countries have fans that act that way. And we're excited to continue building our name in Spain, much like we want to do the same thing in Italy, etc. Because these countries are great rock and roll countries that appreciate what Fozzy does, which is rock and roll with a smile. We want people to have a good time at our shows, which some bands don't say that or don't project that. For us, it's all about having fun. And you'll see that today, and everybody here at Leyendas de Rock will see that as well. And we hope to come back to Spain many, many more times.
Good. Vale, ha comentado que no es que solo haya sido la primera vez que han tocado en España, sino también ha habido otros países, Noruega, República Checa y demás, en los que han tocado por primera vez. Entonces, para ellos ha sido una experiencia increíble tocar aquí. Sí que ha mencionado también que los fans aquí dentro de España, en Italia y demás, sí que se los ve muy llenos de energía, muy directos, y para ellos es muy importante estar con estas bandas. Bueno, perdón, con estos fans, ya que les transmiten una sensación de pasarlo bien, y para ellos se trata de eso. O sea, la música para ellos es pasarlo bien. Okay, just to all right, 2 more questions that we've got for you. So, what's the immediate future for Fozzy? Let's say in like 2019.
Well, I mean, we still have a lot more touring for the Judas record. We're going back to the States in about 2 weeks for five weeks. Then we're going to Australia. We're going to Canada. So then I think the tour cycle will be over unless something else comes up. But we've been touring on Judas since May of 2017, so it's a good year and a half. That's a long tour cycle. But it's good. It shows that there's a lot of people that want to see Fozzy play. So when the tour finally does end, then we really want to take advantage of all this momentum that we have and continue the ball rolling. So I don't think it'll be another 2 years or 2.5 years before the next Fozzy record. I don't think we can afford that, because in rock and roll, when you get some momentum, you want to keep it building. And so that's what we'll do. We'll finish this tour, and we're already writing songs and have ideas for songs, but we're all on the same page. We know what we have to do, which is to create something just as good as Judas, if not better, but in a shorter period of time.
Okay. I mean, have you got an approximate release?
You can't really say that, but okay. I would think that we would want to have it out probably, if Judas, the album came out October of 17, no later than October of 19.
Okay.
Maybe the fall. You want to keep it 2 years, but not longer than that.
All right. Vale, ha comentado que de momento aún siguen teniendo muchos conciertos, tienen que ir a Canadá, tienen que ir a Australia a tocar. Pero también ha comentado que ahora, ya debido al momento que han ganado y al empuje que han ganado con el álbum Fozzy, el álbum Judas, quieren seguir con esto. Entonces están planeando en sacar otro álbum, más o menos para ya del 2019, que esté a la altura, o si no mejor, que el álbum Fozzy. Lo que me han dicho que planean sacarlo más o menos allá, alrededor de octubre del 2019. All right. And just to wrap all of this up, what meant to you, or what does it mean to you to come here to Legends of Rock? How How is your experience up to now been?
Like I said, it's beautiful, beautiful country. I really enjoyed. We were on a tour bus for the first few weeks of this tour. Then we had to leave the tour bus, get on a plane from Frankfurt to Alicante, and then drive for an hour, and then drive for another half an hour. But I can tell this is going to be a great festival because the mountains are surrounding it. It's a beautiful area, and like I said, Spanish people are very, very great rock fans with lots of passion and excitement. So we're really excited to play it, and you know, we're opening the show, opening the main stage, but 4 o'clock in the afternoon is a good time. Okay. You know, I've found European festivals, people show up at 11:30 in the morning. You know, we played Download last year at the main stage at 11:30, and there was 40,000 people there. I'm like, fuck, go back to sleep. But so we're looking forward to a great show, and it's a great bill today. And it's funny because we've toured with Saxon before, and Biff and I always bust each other's balls, insult each other. So I had our bass player Photoshop Fozzy's name and Saxon's name on the poster, so that Fozzy's on top, Saxon is down here. And I just sent it to Biff going, sorry. And he's like, oh, what happened there? Like, he thinks it's real, right? But so my point is, this is going to be very fun, and we're excited to be a part of it, and very, very honored.
Okay. Vale, ha comentado que para él es un grandioso placer estar aquí en el Leyendas del Rock. Le parece una ubicación muy privilegiada para tener este festival. Sí que es, también ha agradecido a los fans que han venido. Dice que son gente muy apasionada y también a la hora, ya que están iniciando los festivales en los escenarios principales. Bueno, está iniciando el festival en los escenarios principales, que piensa que a las 4 de la tarde es muy buena hora. Y sí, bien. Y después también ha comentado que lo que ha sido el tour también con otras bandas, por ejemplo, antes ya han estado antes con Saxon, y ha comentado que entre las dos bandas se gastan un par de bromas, así que el ambiente de momento es inmejorable para ellos. Okay, well, that's the end of the interview. Thank you so much for coming.
Muchas gracias, señor.
Nada.
Hola, España.